Welcome to this week's episode of BHS Student News. As you can see, Grady is nowhere to be found. This is my new anchor, Bart.
That's me. Now on to weekly announcements. Thank you, Patty, for that legendary segment.
Now on to this week's forecast by Tucker Lorenz.
To start off the weekly forecast, on Monday we have high 48, low 32, mostly sunny, 0% chance of rain. Not much wind. In the morning we got some pretty high gusts of 23 mile an hour, but other than that, pretty mild. Tuesday, high of 49, low of 30, mostly cloudy throughout the day. No chance of rain, little bit of wind. Once we start to get towards the end of the day, wind picks up a little bit, gets some gust, but still nothing crazy. Wednesday, high of 38, low of 28, mostly cloudy. Around noon, we got some pretty high gust of wind again, but still nothing insane. Now on to Thursday, we got high of 48, low of 24, mostly sunny, 0% chance of rain again, and some decent gust once we start to head towards the afternoon, but nothing you have to be worried about. And then finally Friday, we got high of 47, low of 31. Sunny in the morning, starts to get a little cloudy in the afternoon, 0% chance of rain, and not very much wind. So that's it for this week's forecast.
Thank you, Tucker, for this week's forecast.
Now on to this week's lunches with Brecky and the Bernstein Bear.
Hey guys, Brecky here. Caden left me this week, but we got Trevor.
Hi guys.
And we're going to do your little lunches this week. Monday, chicken strips, mac and cheese, peas and pears. There's not much to say. Mac and cheese is really good, 5 out of 5.
Me personally, I like chicken strips. Don't like anything else. So I'm just going to give it a 3 out of 5.
That's outrageous. But Tuesday,
we have scalloped potatoes, ham, cheese stick, bread, corn, and peaches. What are your thoughts on that?
reminds me of Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Even with the corn and the bread and potatoes and ham.
Pilgrims.
Yeah. But, if it was Thanksgiving, it'd be a little higher, but I'm just going to give this a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, I don't like any of it, especially scalloped potatoes. I don't like those. But I do like the bread, so I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5.
1. Well, bread's good. Bread
is good.
Bread. Loaded nachos, broccoli, mixed fruit is going to be your lunch for Wednesday. What day is it on Wednesday?
It's National Nacho Day on Wednesday.
Whoa. We're having nachos and
Nacho Day. Loaded nachos, actually.
Yeah. Don't forget the meat.
Yep. And the cheese.
I like it all. Actually, not broccoli. I hate that. But I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Me personally, I don't like any of it. I'll be generous, so I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
Thursday, a little stuffed crust cheese pizza action. Carrots and applesauce. I do like applesauce.
Yeah, I like carrots, kind of. I like carrots, but...
Kind of. They make your eyesight good.
Yeah, heard about that.
A little fun fact.
Cheese pizza. Just cheese, no toppings. Yeah. That's weird.
No pepperoni.
No sausage.
But it is stuffed.
It's stuffed.
So that's
good.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because of the stuffness.
I'm going to go 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Hey, but Friday, no school. Round of applause. No school on Friday.
You guys can eat whatever you want.
Lots of brownies, honey buns, ding-dongs.
Donuts.
Chocolate. Shackalicious gummies. Whatever you want. So, that's your lunches for the week. Hopefully you guys like it all. We're going to go back to the anchors.
Thank you, Brecky and Trevor, for your lunch reviews.
Now on to This Week in History. I wonder what happened this week. that's what happened. Interesting.
Now on to Athlete of the Week. This week's athlete is none other than Landon Swolper. What were your thoughts on the playoff football game last Saturday?
It was a decent game. We didn't play the greatest, but
What grade would you give your overall, like yourself, overall? A to F.
I didn't really do anything, so C probably.
Are you sad that the season's over?
It's always sad to the sport to be over, but it's whatever.
What do you think we could have done differently in the game to win?
Play better offensively. Our defense is all right, but.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. That is Landon Solberg, the athlete this week. Thanks, Wooly, for those awesome answers. Now on to Senior Spotlight.
This week's senior is Kennedy Hill.
What is your favorite high school memory?
All the homecoming weeks.
What is your favorite event to watch at BHS?
My favorite is definitely girls basketball.
What clubs are you involved in?
FBLA, FCCLA, National Honor Society, choir's a club, student council. Hopefully that's it. Grady.
What is your favorite class?
Probably Mrs. Brooks's chemistry class.
What are your plans next year?
I plan to go to UND and get my bachelor's in nursing.
Thank you, Ken, for being our senior this week. Now on to Question of the Week. Hey, Bon, what is the question this week?
This week's question is, who is your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Bullinger, otherwise known as Mida B.
And mine is Mr. Bedlin.
Soccer. My favorite teacher is Mrs. Bullinger.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Austin.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Austin.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Austin.
Mrs. Hamnes.
Miss Brooks and Miss Walker. My favorite teacher is Mrs. Austin.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Bullinger.
Mrs. Austin. My favorite teacher is Mrs. Brooks.
Miss Brooks.
Mrs. Sarianko and Mrs. Austin.
Hamnes.
Not a teacher. I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Bedlin.
Hi, my favorite teacher is Mrs. Emerson's mom.
Mrs. Bullinger.
Hi, I am Garv. My favorite teacher is probably Miss Bullinger.
Thanks, Grady and Caden. Now on to Birthdays of the Week.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday, everyone. And hey, Bart, I heard a new joke this week. I thought it was pretty funny.
And what is that?
Where do cucumbers go on dates?
Where?
The salad bar! Thanks, Bart. I didn't think it was that funny, but that wraps up this week's student news. Stay classy, Botno.